What's going on, everybody? Chris Classic Car Vlog. Coming from work. It's been a long time, I feel like, since I dropped videos besides my wrestling stuff and the LA Knight video, but I wanted to do a quick video of a few of my thoughts on somebody. Nobody tells you today. God loves you, Christ loves you, and I love you. I pray that every trial and tribulation you go through, you overcome it, you go through it, you learn from it, you try to avoid it, and maybe you could tell somebody else about it so they can avoid the situation, or they'll learn from it as well. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, Take It On Podcast, and also subscribe to the C3 Ultimate Wrestling YouTube channel. That is me and my wife's pro wrestling company. We put all our matches up from 10 the show of our shows. They are there to watching the entirety. So shout out to y'all. Iyo Sky is at the right position. The problem is, what is WWE going to do afterwards? I think this is a great opportunity to put the title on Iyo Sky, being that she is the Money in the Bank winner. So I do think her basically in the mix with former champions and the current champion Asuka, with Bianca Belair, with Charlotte Flair, and even Bayley. You get what I'm saying? Bayley is also a wild card, not even just the Money in the Bank briefcase, but I do think that Bayley is the wild card, because Bayley is like trying to help Iyo win and stuff like that. So this is a good position, and the timing is good for Iyo to win the belt. You could do it via, they could have a triple threat, Asuka, Charlotte, and Bianca, and then she cashes in at the end, or she says, I'm going to cash in at the pay-per-view or PLE, whatever, make it a fatal 4-way or a 5-way. It could be anything. Now, what I don't want them to do is, I don't want Bayley to ruin it for her. Her championship opportunity, she cashed it in, and then Bayley interferes and stuff like that. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that nothing will work, nothing else works besides what I say, but I don't think that's a good way to do it. That's just me. That's just me. I think WWE has been doing good things with booking certain people and things like that, but I don't know. I'm still, I don't know. The Money in the Bank stuff, it feels special, but not as special as it used to be. You know, especially like with like Austin Theory cashing in for the United States title. And I was just like, dog, they did this man filthy. Now I understand that obviously we knew he had no chance to beat Roman Reigns, but why wouldn't you want to go for the top title anyway? By any means necessary. To have him go for the United States title, and I believe he didn't even win it the first time. He eventually got it. What was the point of that? You know, even previous years back. Now this is on the man's side more than the woman, but you get what I'm saying. You know, Liv winning it, cashing in and winning it against Ronda, it was pretty good. It was pretty dope and stuff like that. But then now look at that. Now Liv is just back with the tag title and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think she's gonna go back to the title picture. Not to be negative or anything like that, but it's just how WWE does things, to where they're like, okay, well, we'll give you the title, and then that's just it. Hey, go about your way. You're a former world champion. It is what it is. But one thing that I do like is that this involves former champions and Iyo, who should be the future champion. It works great with that, because it makes Iyo stock rise. I think that the crowd has been accepting to Iyo, obviously, ever since she was even in NXT and stuff like that. Even when she won the Money in the Bank briefcase, they were excited. The match she had at Backlash against Bianca Belair, people were still talking about it. They were talking about how great it was and things like that. And Ariel Assassin, I believe that's what they call her, the genius of the sky. I don't know why I get Ariel Assassin from, but anyway, she does great. I think she's very great. I think that her going against any of these women, they're going to have great matches. I think if they do a 4-way, that'll be good. Like I said, I would keep her in the main, but WWE's booking with the one-time championships and done, like, they are known for that. It'll be like, hey, you had your moment and then let's go. So I don't know, That is one thing I will say that I loved about the Attitude Era, especially when it came to the men competitors, was that I felt that the main event was interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? If The Rock wanted to go do a movie, then you had Stone Cold, or you had Triple H, you had The Undertaker, you had Kurt Angle, and stuff like that. Or somebody got injured, you could do something because these guys were former champions and they were believable. With the men's side of WWE, it's nothing but Roman. I mean, you can say Seth all you want, but they basically made that title as the number 3 title in the company because Roman still lugs around the other 2. But as far as the women go, the women have done great as far as the four horsewomen, go. You know, they were interchangeable at one point, and things like that. So now it's time for something new. One with Mercedes Moné no longer there, with Becky doing the thing with Trish. She can always come back to the main event. Bayley, you know, I feel like she can always come back to the main event, but they, you know, I think Bayley just do whatever she's done, and that's fine as being a company person. But other than that, Charlotte takes breaks. Like, she'll be taking a break soon. Like, bruh, it was like you come back for like 2 weeks, lose or win, and then leave again. So, you know what I'm saying? It's time for a new wave. And I think Bianca and I think that Rhea Ripley, they have done a great job with what they've done in the time they've been there. You get what I'm saying? To the point people are hyped for their match whenever they have another rematch, regardless where it's going to be. They killed it when it was at NXT, when Rhea Ripley was NXT champion. And they're going to kill it the next time because they're just so popular, they're so great, they're so talented and things like that. So having EO also in the mix with them works great. And when I'm saying even with the 4 horsewomen, I'm not sitting here like diluting the awesomeness of Asuka. You get what I'm saying? I'm definitely not. Asuka has been doing her thing. Asuka is legit and things like that. I do think that WWE has done her a disservice by having her lose to certain people I don't think she had business losing to. Nothing against them, but I don't think that should have lost or been pinned by an Alexa Bliss. And even a Carmella. I remember when Carmella won the belt, the Money in the Bank, and then the cash-in thing with Ellsworth. Like, that stuff was so horrible. But anyway, going into it, I think she would. Carmella beat her like twice. You know, I think this was like after Asuka was like defeated by Charlotte or whatever like that. So it's just like, to me it was kind of, you kind of messing it up. And you know, a lot of people are negative towards WWE's booking decisions, and that was me on the Asuka thing. You know, I'm not sitting there saying she got to win every match and things like that, but you can become creative. You can do certain things, and I don't think she should have lost to certain people. I don't want to say below her wrestling level or anything like that. But I do want to say that she didn't deserve to lose as much as she did. You know what I'm saying? I can understand Charlotte, even though I wanted her to beat her at WrestleMania 30, whatever WrestleMania it was. I can believe Rhea Ripley. I can't believe Bianca Belair and things like that. But Bliss and Carmella, I just cannot. I'm sorry, I can't. But going back into it, I do think that having EO in the mix with those 2 women, Bianca and Rhea, good. Raquel Rodriguez, I think, is also a great acquisition to being a tall powerhouse. I know she makes her back twerk a lot, you know, to show everybody her back. And it's funny because somebody made a meme of Pat. Remember when Patrick Star from SpongeBob was making his back talk and says, "Hello, SpongeBob. My name is Pat Back. Don't judge me how I know exactly everything. I used to watch SpongeBob." But anyway, going back into it, you know, back twerking Raquel Rodriguez, I think she's a good future star. I think she's second generation and things like that. I think she has what it takes too. I think she can do a wonderful job. You know, if we're going to have like a big 4, those are the women. Those are the women. I'm trying to think before I leave, or there are other women who could be in that with them. You know, sky's the limit for all these women. You get what I'm saying? And even like NXT, what they have with like Roxy and things like that. You just don't know. You know, Tiffany, Ivy now, like those are like, I think they're in line. I don't think they're next, but they're in line, if that makes sense. I do think that it is time for Io to be in the main event. And they have the title. My thing is this. I'm more of a wait and see person, if that makes sense. So, okay, cool. We could put the belt on her and let's see what she does. And I think she will have great matches with all these women and things like that. I do think that it'll work great. The path is great. You can do this fatal 4-way or 5-way. Then she can feud with Bayley. She can feud with Bianca. She can feud with Shawn. She can feud with Asuka. It's all laid out to even make her a main event star if they want to do that. But we'll see where it goes from here, because sometimes, man, it just don't work. And fans, and even WWE, sometimes they'll be inconsistent. People will be begging somebody, get in the belt, get in the title, get in the title. As soon as they win the title, oh, it's boring. Should never gave him the title. Must be turncoat like a bug. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more of a wait and see. But I do think that everything is lined up for her to be a champion, with the briefcase and with everything, and have like legitimacy with it. Damian Priest, hopefully they do something with him, man. I can see him beating Seth. I do think that Damian has improved. He shows how great of a worker he is. I think he takes the business serious. I think this is the kind of things that will work for Money in the Bank. I'm not even sitting here saying that you got to win. The winners have to win 100% of the time. But we've had some duds when it comes to Money in the Bank winners. And that's even from the beginning. I remember Mr. Kennedy winning it and then losing it in a match. Like, to me, I would never think that defending something that I got in a briefcase, like, I know it's booking, WWE booking, but I'm just saying, I don't like that kind of thing where it's just like, okay, well, I could lose it in a match or something. I remember Otis winning it, which was a shock to everybody. Otis winning it, and then he lost it to The Miz, and then The Miz lost it cashed it in because Morrison cashed it in, and then he didn't, and then brought it. It was just so much, you know what I'm saying? And then Austin Theory, I remember Damian Sandow winning it and him losing it, and Baron losing. Like I said, I'm not against people losing, because sometimes it shouldn't be 100% win rate, but it is perfect for Io Sky. So what do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you guys think that they would even like have her in the main event? Because like I said, WWE is known for just giving somebody one world title reign, and then that's it. They're back to either obscurity, or they're back to just doing the women's title, or they're back to just doing whatever, but not just putting in the main event. What do you guys think? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home.